everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 93 of playing chess every day until I reach the rating of 2000 Elo online and I'm back to 1874 and let's play another 15-minute game. And by the way guys, if you're under 1500 Elo on chess.com and you want to improve at chess, check out my offer in the description below. So we got a game against an 1882 from France. Gonna play the Carl Dark Mau, France, right? Yeah. Okay, d5. Let's see. Advanced variation, we play bishop to f5. You can also play c5, but I never played c5 ever. Okay, this. We go here, this. If you went here, you're allowing him to develop his knight. So going here, forcing him to play this move, because if he went here with the knight, I believe I'm just gonna take it. And let's see what happens. And when he pushes with the pawn, he's weakening his king side a lot. So now you draw back. There's no way to trap my bishop unless he played this. Now we go here. It is the exact same thing. The tile variation if he played this. So no, he did not play it. He's trying to go here, something like this. But I believe I want to play the move h6. He wanted to attack. I'll simply push, but there's this move. So I'm just going to play the move e6 because this move is really annoying. He plays this. We don't care. We play the move c5. If he takes, we take with the pawn. And he's opening up for my rook and also for my queen. There's a check. So you gotta be careful unless he played the move h4 now. h4 is good. Yeah. h4, I think it will transpose to the tile variation, I believe. Right? This, here, and then he makes some pawn pushes, something like this. But the difference, he doesn't have e6 and my king in here. So whenever he pushes here, I go here, he pushes and I go back, and the game continues while he's trying to play on the queen side. Now I don't know what he's gonna do, but that's the only thing that you can do right now. I play this, you go here, I go back, because he really needs to stop me from playing that check. Now I don't know if he wants to really go with h5, because then I would just move my bishop and play the move maybe bishop to e7, playing this check, not allowing him to castle anymore, and his king will be in the center of the board, which is really not cool. So we always have this bishop to e7, and if you push, we can just take, because bishop takes, you cannot take me, you lose your rook. He's aiming at my bishop. Do I care? If I play bishop to e7 and he takes, and I take with a pawn, how can he defend the pawn here? But this means I'm not going to castle kingside anymore. So if I played this here, if I played bishop to h7, so how about going bishop to e7 right away? He cannot push because we can obviously just take. Bishop to e7 and he takes me my knight. I take with a pawn. This pawn is not protected. Even if you push it, there's a check. Now your king will never be safe. This is number one. And then we can play like knight to d7, queen to b6, and castle queenside. I really want to play bishop to e7. Let's go. We play and we learn. Let's see what will happen. If he takes, that's a blunder to take right away because he can just obviously take back. So when he takes my bishop, I have to take with the pawn. He pushes this pawn, we can obviously just take it back. He cannot take because he will still lose his rook. And if he pushed here, I can give this check in between and then move the bishop back. He takes, we take with the pawn. He plays a queen here or bishop here, we don't really care. We have this with a check first. If you push, you lose the pawn. And if you go here, you lose your castling rights. And I don't care about this pawn structure whatsoever because I have knight to d7, queen to b6, castle queenside. And then try to play like h5, put the knight here, something like this. But let's see what will happen. Again, what he was aiming for, he was like, my opponent will never allow me to have like double pawns. So he was hoping so I can go back bishop to h7. And I don't know what he actually prepared with this move, so I'm like, I don't really care. Now that is weird. What? Bishop to d3? There's a check, bro. You need to move your king, and then I can play like, of course, knight to e7 because you lose your bishop. Like bishop check, you move your king, and I can. How can I defend the pawn? I can play like this move, but there's also this check. I can play a check. I don't care. I'm gonna play the check whatsoever. Let's see where he's gonna put his king. We can play this move. We are saving our pawn from being taken, but the problem. I mean, this check is inevitable. If I play this, I simply lose my rook, my bishop, and we cannot protect this. I believe I want to push. Let's push. Now this pawn, the bishop is defended. My bishop is really strong. He plays this check. He did not win a pawn doing that. Going here, it's a little bit tricky. I want to go here, allow my knight to be active a little bit to attack his bishop, of course. Let's go here. Knight to e7 is coming. You move the bishop back, that's trapped. You go here, you move the bishop somewhere else. And then what do? I play rook to f8, try to get the queen in, trying to target the weak pawn here. We don't care about this move. Or should we care? I believe we should care. We should care. Okay, let's just play knight to e7. If you want to take me, I take with the knight. Who cares? Now move the bishop back. Come on, boy. Move the bishop back. If he takes, we can obviously just take him. That's not a move whatsoever. We can take. He's going to take with the bishop, and we can play knight to d5. If you take me, we take with the other pawn. Because if we take like this, oh wait, take, and knight here, you can never take me, because when I take and you give me this check, I can play knight to c6. You're helping me develop my pieces. So I can actually take and put a knight on d5, or simply play rook to f8. Because if he takes, you still have the chance to take with the knight, so it doesn't make a difference. And if he pushed, we also don't care. Or simply take, knight here. So take, knight here. What am I planning to do with the knight here? Well, in case the bishop ever moved, that would be a potential fork. Knight cannot... Maybe the knight can stay there, actually. I want to play this move, rook to f8. And I can also play this move, knight to a6. If he takes, take with the knight, but there's bishop takes, pawn takes, my pawn structure is garbage. If I take, bishop takes, knight here, he can never take me because that will help me out more. Takes, knight here. We also have a chance to, activate the queen in some way. Let's take. And now I believe we developed the knight to a good square. There might be a move like this, but who cares? You want to take, I'll take. No one really cares. I can take him, actually. He will take with a pawn. No. If he takes, you take like this, and you develop your knight. So, going here, he will take, I will take. He cannot have any checks. I believe this is a very important move. If he attacks me, what do I do then? I just go here. There's some kind of check, but I move the safety. This, and he takes, we take with the other pawn. No more checks. Yes, there's a check, but we play knight to c6, and my rooks are connected. I believe I need to get the queen out of here, so that we can play like knight to a6. If you take me, I take with the queen, that's a check. And then we can activate the rooks on f8, double up, target the weak pawn. and continue the game. And we're still up one pawn, though. The only annoying move that he can do is knight to a4, attacking my queen right away, leading me to be more confused because knight here, queen here, knight check. So wait, knight here, queen here, check. Ooh, you. Why did you take the knight? He blockaded his own pawns. His bishop will never be active. And he helped me develop my knight. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Now I'm going to play knight to c6, attacking this weak pawn, activating the rook. He gave me a lot of opportunities to... That was weird. Move the bishop. You gotta move the bishop. Playing a check honestly won't really help. Because maybe I have queen here. No, but he has this. That's a losing move. So check. We play knight to c6. There's bishop here. Bishop to b5. Who cares? We play this move. He takes. I take. No way to make any pawn breaks. He actually can, because I can never take, I'll lose the bishop. So he can obviously play this move, but we can go here. We want to push. We don't really care. Yeah. The bishop being here is really annoying. We have to move it. So what I'm thinking about is rook to f8, bishop to g3, and bishop to f4. In case you take me, I take with the rook. Now my structure is very nice. Yeah. The bishop here is not really a problem whatsoever. I can play this. I can actually just take, but he is thinking that I don't know, I only have one brain cell. I'm not gonna see this check and lose my queen. So you play this move, and now you have two pieces attacking you, and you don't have this check anymore. I can just take this pawn, bro. I can just take it. Because when you take, and I take you like this, you give me any kind of checks. No. Takes, take like this. You're literally one move away from getting checkmated. So takes here. Give me some check with the queen whatsoever. And I go here. Another check. And I go here because you don't want to get checked as well. Another check, we go here. And we're just trying to escape. Taking here, he will take. And if I take the same thing. And I really want to take this pawn on e5. Knight takes. Pawn takes. Queen takes. Bishop check. Going here. No more checks. So knight takes, pawn takes, queen check here. We go to a dark square. He plays another check and I go to a dark square. He plays another check and I go to a dark square. Another check. And I go here. And no more checks for the guy. I really want to take, but I'm not sure what is the problem with that move. Here, he might give me some kind of checks, but we obviously just go back. And now we just want a pawn. And here takes, here. Check with the bishop, that's him losing because of, here, and I go away. No more checks for him. We took a lot of time. Let's just take the pawn. Any checks with his bishop or his queen, we draw back to knight to c6, and we just won the second pawn. If he didn't do anything, we're gonna take the bishop, of course. There is actually a way to take here because he can never take us. He will trap himself. He will trap his queen, or pin his queen. So we obviously have this, but if he takes and queen takes and check, we have to be very careful with how we move our king, because we don't want to blunder a perpetual check or blunder some kind of a mate, something like this. But I don't believe there's a mate for him because I have the mate. I have some kind of checks. If he moves the queen, he goes here and queen to f2 check. The bishop is finally doing something very good. So let's see what will he do. If I were him, I would take the knight and try to give some checks with the queen. What? What the f... But I can just... What about just taking this pawn here? If he takes with the queen, he's gonna get his queen trapped. Because of this move, you just lose the bishop again. If I play this, he plays some kind of a check now. Yeah, we go here. Another check, we go here. No more checks. There is this annoying check. Fuck. Taking with the bishop, he will take my knight. But hold up. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, rook here, queen takes here, rook takes with a check. My king's not that active. And if I take here his bishop, he's gonna take my bishop or like this or like this. Or should I take like this? No, check, you lose. Or I can play like this. If he takes, yeah, we lose the queen. Yeah, that's tricky. I can play pawn takes, because if you take, that's checkmate. I'm really annoyed that it took me a lot of time to process that this will... Yeah, I can just take with the pawn. You can never take my knight because you get checkmated. Oh my god. That was a blunder by him. And I'm sorry, it took me a lot of time to process that move, that it's actually he cannot take me because of checkmate. Wow. And now his bishop is hanging. You give me a check, that's your last hope. We definitely go king to d8. No more checks for him. He can never take me as well because there's still checkmate and his bishop is hanging. And when you move the bishop, I simply draw back to c6. If he gives the check, I simply draw back. Why am I thinking? I just draw back and attack the pawn twice. He losing the game. Bro is still relying on me blundering. He's like, please, bro, just take the pawn. Yeah, resign. I'm not going to take that pawn and lose my queen. Yeah, I'm really sad that it took me much time to think that that was a blunder by him. But that was a good game. The good thing that we did at the opening phase, we did not give him what he wants. He wanted me to go back with the bishop, not to ruin my pawn structure, but I did not really care. And that was what actually made him lose the game. We played with a 92.3. That's a good thing. Let's see the game. E4, Caro-Kann, very nice. Here we played the advanced variation, and here, all of this has been played before. Yeah, he was supposed to make this pawn push to transpose into the Ital variation when he takes and king takes or something like this. But now he gave me the chance to play this. I was supposed to go h5. But I don't care what is the difference between these two. Taking me was a great move for him. He was supposed to get in with the queen. Oh, the difference when he gets with the queen and I give this check and the king moves, after this check, the king moves away, there's another check that will lead me to lose this, or I have to go, yeah. The best move was to go with the queen. I gave him a check and I played this, that was best. Develop the knight, take. Yeah, see, I told you, he was not supposed to take my knight whatsoever. Taking was best, that was a blunder. How this is a mistake? That's a blunder. And now he went here, he was hoping for me to take this pawn for the last time, and he gives this check. Some of you would say, no, I'm not losing the queen. Check here and you can block with the knight. Well, I'm still losing the queen because he can just take it. I cannot take because my knight is pinned, of course. So you can never take this pawn. There's a chance that we can take this pawn actually, because we're still threatening checkmate. So that would be good. Now he needs to force a queen straight, and then we take, and then we're completely winning after this. That was a very fun game. We played like a 2400. My middle game was on fire. That's exactly what I want to improve. I want to improve my middle game. You had a nice tactical find in this game. Let's review, okay? That was a very, very fun game. Nice. He was supposed to play e6, but he obviously doesn't know his opening that much, because e6 is one of the main moves in this kind of attack, like a tile variation kind of opening against the Khan. But he didn't know that, and he also had the chance to play queen here threatening more checks with his queen, but he played bishop there, which lost him his advantage, and then he blundered with bishop here. But that was a very fun game. And by the way, if you're under 1500 ELO and you want to improve at chess, I'm offering a daily training with me. So just check the offer in the description below and contact me on my email if you're interested in my offer. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.